I am a latex variant of Harley Quinn.
Today I am Echidna from The Bouncer. It's an old PlayStation game, really old PlayStation game.
Classic PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the first games I ever played, so it's a real soft spot. This isn't my favourite character from it, but I wanted to do the hair.
Ooh, it would definitely be Stacey Rebecca's Magic cosplay. It's my favourite cosplay, definitely. No, it's not just because she's there, it's because it's actually a really good cosplay.
But the best I've seen, the one that I really enjoyed seeing was a Wolverine cosplay, because he was so in character and he was really into it, and it's just a lot of fun to watch.
No, I didn't. It's actually made by a latex designer called Shush Couture. So she makes a lot of really amazing like latex costumes and like dresses and everything like that. So she does a lot of kind of cosplay design stuff, but also if there's anything else you want to commission for yourself, you can do that as well.
Yeah! The wig. I mean, there's not much fabric on the rest of the costume. I started the wig, not including buying all the materials, construction, last weekend I started. And most of the time, to be honest, is drying in the levels. So when you add some glue, then you've got to wait for that to dry before you can add the next layer. And patience, because if you lose your patience, then you screw up and then you have to start again. And that's just boring. If we added it up, I could have probably made the whole thing in a week, not including any of the research, not including the tutorial reading, not including the buying and waiting for things to arrive. This is just the making.
I've actually now been doing this. I used to cosplay when I was younger, but I got back into it then about a year and a half ago. So I've probably been doing it for about a year now.
3 years now. I started at May Expo in 2010, and my second ever convention was LAC in 2010.
I've just grown up with comic books and gaming. That's the way I've always been. So, you know, when I was a kid, I was that kid who'd go to school actually dressed as Batman. So, not Batwoman, Batman. So it's just the way I've grown up. Like, my mum's been like supportive in that sense of I wasn't the most girliest of girl in the world. So I've always had a more of a geek interest in things. So it's just been there since I was a kid, really.
I'd seen pictures online, and I was too terrified to go to an event by myself. And then I was at university one day and it just happened to come up in conversation. I think it was LFCC that came up because a friend had a really big, fangasm, should we say, when she found out that Captain Kirk was going to be at LFCC. I can't even remember his real name. And then, there we go, William Shatner. All I know that he's really fat now. And it just came up and we decided, oh, why don't we go to an event? Why don't we go in costume? And we did, and she still cosplays a little bit, but I do it quite regularly.
No, I won't. I'll be going back to his because my home is in Manchester, so I've travelled all the way to Manchester for today. Bit of a way. I don't think the megabus would cope with this very well, and I would probably like melt away.
Sometimes I do, but not in this one because it's slightly prostitute-ish. And Sunday night, yeah, not a good one. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Most people are really lovely. I think people can get a bit intimidated by other cosplayers when they're new to it. But, I mean, people are really flattered if you ask them questions about their work. And it's a great way to learn and pick up tips and avoid making mistakes and wasting money.
Yes, I've got loads actually. I've got a Green Lantern cosplay in the process, Lilu Dallas, and I've got a Starbuck cosplay in the process as well.
Always. I've got 3 on the go at the moment already. One is a secret and I can't tell you about. The other one is Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist, and the third is Maya Archeron from the Jack and Daxter series.
The dream costume. Well, I'm a massive Harley Quinn fan, so I've already done like the original Bruce Timm Harley Quinn. I've already done that. But I would love to do it again, but with a proper prop gun and mallet. Like, I'd like to have the more extreme props to do it. So I'm going to try and hone in on my skills and make that eventually. Yeah, more Harley.
To be honest, if I will make it possible. I've not really hit a cosplay which I couldn't do before monetary wise. It might mean that I do a fewer big costumes in a year or a lot of small costumes. But the next big costume I'd like to make at some point would be a centaur, possibly from World of Warcraft, because I'm really fascinated to try and figure out the puppetry of making the back legs work with the front legs and getting it to move really well. I think it would be really fun. Well, you can find me on Facebook, Nomes Cosplay, Nomes. You can also find me on DeviantArt and Cosplay Island under the same name. So come say hi and ask questions. I don't bite.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook by putting in Lady Noctis, or you can go to Lady Noctis Official. And there's also my website, which is www.ladynoctis.co.uk. And you can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr by just putting in Lady Noctis. So there we go.